In this video of Coal LLC, we are playing as the wizard. We will be starting with a shoddy staff and making it rain precious metals. Hang around, chill, and enjoy the satisfaction. Welcome back, everyone. We are back at it with Coal LLC. We are playing as the wizard this time. We're doing the sky map, so all of the blocks are in the sky and not the ground. And I'm not sure how I feel about that just yet, but I've got a good feeling about it. The one thing I'm not feeling good about is these staffs. I've used them from the chests that we've gotten, and to be honest, I have not been too impressed by them, but maybe this will change my mind. So we have access to ladders, platforms, the collectors, teleporters. So we have a water staff, poison, and then the rest of the staffs. So we'll see how we do with this. I'm not too sure, but we'll get right into it. So first things first, just shoot. I feel like this shooting speed is a lot faster than the ones that I open up in the chest. And it's at least nice that I can just shoot straight up and then they just fall down to my lap. Oh, they just go straight into the collector. That's nice to know. I wonder if I can make it to where I can do like a zigzag effect, and then if I climb up it, it just goes and falls straight down into this, so I don't have to worry about any collectors or anything. That could be a strategy for later when I do the challenges without collectors. That could work out. So far so good, 88 out of 40. I would like to get a huge chunk done here. Get a good starting cache. Maybe get some iron. Some last bits of coal, and then head right to the collector. Okay, not enough time. There was enough time. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I can't be upset about 800 the first day. It's not the most, but it's still not that bad. So 800, there's the copper staff or the iron staff for 900. You can sell ladders for 0 and platforms for 0. I just can't, I don't have enough. So I am going to get the copper staff, sell the shoddy staff, and then get more time. That is definitely the play. Let's go for day 2. It's definitely a lot more iron from the get-go here. That's really nice. I'm gonna do my best to collect everything. In my previous videos in the beginning, I don't know if I did a good enough job collecting everything. But I do like this sky map. As far, I mean, it's only been one day, but everything's just falling down. I don't have to worry about going into any weird nooks and crannies to get the ores. These guys better watch out. You bet I'm the new man. Okay, so that's the guy that one of you guys was giving a comment on the last video, who I should give 100 iron to give me a compass. I was complaining that there was no compass, but apparently all you need to do is just talk to people that are in the game, and there's answers. So thank you to you who commented and said that, and I appreciate the constructive criticism as well for the videos and the editing style. I just want to make these videos as entertaining as possible for you guys, and any input that you guys have, just comment it below, and I would love to hear it and just improve on these and just make them better for you guys. I know you guys work hard, and at the end of the day, you don't want to go through a hour or so long video of some guy just rambling, and if it's not the video that you want, you just wasted an hour. So I appreciate all the input. It would be nice to get that amethyst there, so that Tabitha could be happy. I'm just trying to make her happy. I think I need 5, right? Oh, it's sapphires. Never mind, not amethyst. We're still amateurs at this game. Still learning. Nice coal stockpile up there, right above it, instantly collected. Yeah, I'm part of the whole learning YouTube and the algorithm. I'm also working on figuring out better thumbnails and stuff to catch the attention of you guys and draw you into it. Just to, and try not to deceive as well. That's kind of hard in this realm, I suppose, with trying to catch people's eye and have it be engaging so you guys click. But we got enough, just not enough for the sapphire staff, but we got enough for the iron staff, so we're gonna get that, sell the copper staff, go into our inventory, put it where it needs to be, and increase our inventory slots, and then we'll go for day 3. That's a weird color. It's like I'm shooting little turds. Does a lot of damage in my life though, with a little infant. Gives me a little bit of PTSD there. But I can manage. There are worse things to get shot at. Bye. Nice emeralds there. So Tabitha needs emeralds now. I don't know if we're going to get to the realm of getting 30 in this little first layer. That might be a little bit later. I'm just trying to get every valuable thing. It looked like we had quite a bit of coal earlier, or I don't know if you'd consider that shallow, because it's the sky, you know? It's kind of weird. Does it start here, or is this considered the deep end, or is this considered the shallow? Maybe we'll never know. But it is concerning that there is dirt in the sky. That I do know. And below. And those guys are happy. Look at them. Is there anything concerning to you guys about ore falling from the sky and blocks being right above you? I think so. Okay, we'll grab that emerald. And then we'll just collect a bit of this stuff. We'll just keep shooting because there's no need to not. Okay, yep. This is gonna be good. Just collect that. And then just keep on shooting. Yeah, part of the reason why I did do some of the cuts that I did in the last video is because I have a really cheap mic that I got from my work. And because I work from home, 4 days out of the 5. And yeah, it's just a really cheap mic, and I catch my breathing, and I've looked through all of the OBS settings to try and kind of figure out a good balance between my audio of the highs and the lows, but I haven't quite figured out everything. And then it didn't help that in DaVinci I normalized all of my volume for YouTube, and it just added a whole bunch of, or it exemplified all of my breathing. So if I did upload a, oh, we can get the emerald staff. That's what I'm talking about. Skip the sapphire, we'll get the emerald. That has 8 missiles and 42 damage versus the 4 missiles, 27 damage. Yes, sir. Yeah, we don't really need anything else. We can't afford the time or the jetpack. I think the jetpack is something that we're going to want pretty early on. As soon as we can get it, we're going to get it. Because I want to get up there and do my little zigzags and test that out. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, if you know OBS pretty well, or any sound engineers out there who can tell me how I can either get better at talking without breathing so dang loud, or just adjust my settings to help with that, that'd be awesome. Greatly appreciated. So I'm just gonna focus on mining a whole bunch of stuff. I don't want to go too far over, just because I don't want to run so far back and forth. But man, is it addicting to just watch those ores fall. Man, I really like that. Don't worry guys, I'll clean up the sky. Pollution, am I right? Whoa, don't do that. I do not want to end the day early. Not this time. Alright, excuse me, Mr. Penguin. My son got a little stuffed penguin that's about the size of him, and I call him Mr. Penguin, so that just brings me back to him. Love that guy. My son, not the penguin. My son loves the penguin. I don't love the penguin. But yeah, I unlocked the crown. Feel legit now. Now you guys will think I know what I'm doing. Joke's on you. So we're already on day 4. We're feeling pretty good about this. I've got a good feeling I'll be able to afford the jetpack pretty nicely. The next staff is 19k, and we're not going to be able to afford that. So if I can get up to 8k today, so I can afford the extra time and then get the jetpack, then I'll be a happy camper. See if I can quickly do one trip, and then I don't think it's any faster if you jump. I got that just in my head, like Minecraft. I think it's cope if we think that we're going to be able to do another trip. But maybe we can knock some of these down and just get those. Come on. Yeah, boy. That's what I'm talking about, Mr. Cloud. That's only 6k. Okay, so I'm thinking that the extra time might be the best bet, because I only did half of the sky versus the other half. So I left the left half of the sky just completely open, or not open. So we'll go day 5. So yeah, I was gonna say gonna ask you guys if you don't mind the parts where I'm just mining and there may not be commentary. Would you guys want to see that in the videos, or would you just want me to cut to a point where I'm talking again? Because that's kind of what happens when you get further on in this game, is it gets kind of hard to talk about certain things because you've been playing for like 2.5 hours talking the whole time, and then you just kind of are doing the same thing over and over, where you're just explaining, now I'm getting this chest, now I'm getting this chest. But I understand if you guys would want that, because I mean, you'd be missing out on getting all of the big chest upgrades and stuff. So you just let me know and I will adjust my editing accordingly, along with other things. Maybe I'll try it out with this video. See how you guys like it. Because yeah, I remember there have been some people I've seen play this, and I remember them cutting out a whole bunch of stuff and a whole bunch of details, and I just remember thinking that it would have been nice to see the whole gameplay to get all of the satisfaction. But just let me know and we'll make it happen. I know we got a uranium plant over there. So let's just keep on keeping on. Okay, we got full there. We'll just do some random shots here and there. Maybe stuff will fall. And we're not faster if we jump, so I don't know why we're doing that. It's habit, man. Minecraft screwed me up in the head, dude. It's just raining. It's a good amount of emeralds there, though. So we're at 1,700 essentially of the coal, and we're halfway through the day. So if we can get 3K coal and then a good amount of other things, we'd be sitting pretty. I'm gonna give... No, that's pink diamond. Okay. Got that guy 30 iron ore, so... I'll just keep giving it to him progressively. Seriously, I'm already full. Goodness gracious, the coal just fills you up instantly. So I think I should probably start going left. I'm getting most of those. Although, I already did the left side, so what are you talking about, dude? Are you smoking dope? You already forget? And we just keep on shooting, because why not? So we are nearing the countdown. It is nice that once it all drops and it accumulates and into smaller little chunks, that is really nice. So let's just get going. Shoot at that a couple times. Shoot at that. Now I bet it doesn't. I bet recoil isn't an upgrade anymore. In this class especially. It wouldn't make sense for wizards to have recoil, right? Come on, collect everything. Let's just shoot it for fun. It is a long run, though. This is the most exercise I've done all day. It's not accurate, actually. Work out regularly. If once a week was regular. Almost 8K. But we don't have to do anything other than it would be nice to have increased inventory slot, but I think the jetpack's going to be the most beneficial because I can just jump straight up, and we are going to start getting chests. So let's get that one, and let's start going up. I'm afraid to hit things I don't want to hit. We'll just keep going up. I think this should be good enough to kill. Yeah, we're getting the silver blocks, or the gray blocks here. Slowly but surely. They have a good amount of ore in them. So satisfying, guys. Okay, that's too slow. Let's just keep going up here. So fun when it slides down like that. I really like that. So it's doing pretty much what I thought it would. I'm pretty pleased with that. But this silver block, man, that took forever. Yeah, I hope I get the next level up staff this next time, because this is not it, guys. I don't necessarily enjoy it spreading out so much, but you know, how much can you control magic? And it does a decent enough job. I'm just looking at something to complain about, which is not good. So if I just shoot it at point blank, I should be able to hit it every time with each one of them. See that last one? That just avoided all of them. Okay, keep going. We're sitting pretty here. We're at 376. I think that's just based on them just happenstance falling into the collector. I haven't really collected that many. It's been really nice that they just fall right down. It might, oh, 570. It's just falling straight into it. That's so nice. It's like I have collectors. I'll just keep collecting coal. And then I will go down there momentarily. So it's halfway through. Yeah, let's just do that and just keep shooting along the way. Just collect this and jump up, and let's start collecting these. And I think we're good. I do want to get that chest under me, but I think it will mess up my little funnel thing that I have here. So I'm going to go for these smaller things. I do... Maybe if I can find a silver chest, I can get that. I think I'll go up higher and then start veering off to the right. Because I have 2100 of the coal. But I do want to get that new staff, and that will help me so much if I do. Okay, we're committing for this round, so we can get the new staff. Once we get the new staff, we're going to commit for chests, because we're lacking in that. We are slacking. We're day 6, and we have none thus far. That is no bueno. And once that drops, that's going to be a good hefty amount of coal. Not that I need coal, but it's just so satisfying to mine just because it's the quickest thing. May not be the worth the most in this game, but it's worth the most in my satisfaction. Okay, we should probably get down there. Collect that. Collect all this. Jump up here. Think that we can collect all this. Oh yeah. Last little bit. Oh yeah. Almost 4,500 coal. 14,000 total. I think we had 3,000 in addition prior to. That is not quite the 19,000 that we needed. And we can't sell that. So we're going to have to deal with that again. But I think this time we are going to... Let's just increase the... Do we want more slots? I think our inventory is 32. So if we get 320 or we increase them another 32, which we have 20. So I think that is the most valuable, the most bang for our buck. So we'll get that and then we'll save the 11,000 and then we will we'll definitely be able to afford the staff after that. Not too happy about that that little hole there down below, but that's okay. We're just here to, or we are just rolling with the punches here, just like always. Kind of makes you want to become a miner. I wonder what kind of... Although mining nowadays is all automatic. I mean, I know it's really tough back in the days with those silver mines and coal mines, and it's super dangerous and just horrible. But if it was just a hobby, then it would be fun. It's such a strange thing to say. It's getting caught there. Make it steeper. So we're at 65 coal. We haven't collected any. We're pretty much just trying to collect everything we can, destroy as many blocks as possible, because eventually we won't need coal anymore and we'll just want the valuable stuff. So I think it would be nice if it didn't destroy those blocks, but that's fine. We're aiming right at it, so how could we expect it not to? Trying to make a nice steep incline there so that they just fall right down. Yep, okay. Just digging myself a hole. There's a hole right there. I'm really glad we don't have fall damage in this game, or any damage whatsoever, except emotional. That was a good amount. Yep, okay. So I think we'll get the quota done there. I'm just gonna shoot to the right. Yep. Okay. So I'm just gonna start shooting down this way. That's about where the stockpile is. Yeah, that worked out nicely. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, I'm gonna go this way because that other one is just screwed up and I hate it. To put it lightly. Maybe I'll open some chests. Will I be able to do it? Will I be able to damage this enough before the end of the day? Is it even worth it? Probably not. Let's do this one instead. I need to damage this block first. Okay. We'll go for the missile damage, because we are gonna get the hoverboard eventually, and we don't really want to climb much. So I'm thinking about just nixing the ladders and platforms for now. I don't really see a need for them because the jetpack is doing just fine. But, you know, I might end up regretting that later. I might keep the ladders, but the platforms I don't really need. I don't really want them. Okay. Been doing this for so long. Start actually collecting these. So I'll keep going back and forth. Okay, that was a pretty decent day. 3,400, that's not the best. I'm not terribly stoked about that, but 10,000. We can afford the new staff, which is 9 missiles, 130 damage versus the 42 and 8. So that's a significant upgrade compared to last time. So we're going to be able to go through I'm selling the platforms. I want to sell all of them. All done. Put that there. Can't afford any bonuses. And we'll go. We'll try and not screw ourselves up this time. But it's hard when there's gaps just in the generation. But it is what it is, guys. We deal with it. I do like the night sky in this. It's really nice. I like that a lot. That's all I say. A couple of years ago for my wife's birthday, I got her a telescope. But it's like it's probably one of the nicer, I don't know how to say it. Nicer ones without being like too ridiculously nice. And do magic regen. Yeah, one of the nicer ones without being super ridiculously nice. And, you know, we, for the first time this summer, spent more time studying like what we can see at what times, and we were looking at Saturn this fall actually, and it was absolutely gorgeous, guys. Like it was a weird thing seeing just a really bright thing in the sky. It looks like a really bright white star, and then just has some weird slits coming out of the sides. It's really strange. If you guys ever have any opportunity to look through a telescope, and if it's halfway decent and see Saturn's rings, just one of the coolest things. It just reminds me just awe of God's glory and all of that and his creation. It's just insane. And to think of how big it actually is in that vast emptiness. Holy smokes. That's insane. I wonder how well we can break through these. Probably break through the coal pretty easily. We're almost halfway through the day. Just shooting straight up. All right, that's good. Let's take a little break, go down for some coffee, and then we will Continue collecting, guys. Keep going up. Jumping in this is a little stiff, but otherwise it's a really nice game. If you have not downloaded this game and played it yourself, I would highly recommend it. At first it feels a little strange. But you put some music on and you play. It's really nice. It's really peaceful. So let's just keep collecting. Keep collecting. Let's make this round a good one. I wonder if this just has a max range on it. I do want to try and get at kind of the upper level on the right hand side there, because if I can get it at the right angle, it'll just, excuse me, fall just perfectly the way it needs to. Or I can just jump across. Or not. Maybe I could jump across like this. Yep. And then just shoot down. It would be nice to get this in there and then maybe get a few more. Okay, let's go get this in there too. Yep. Nice, 6,600 coal. That was a good one, 23,000. I'm pretty pleased with that. So we have 59,000 for the next amethyst staff. And that will be 290 damage with 11 missiles. So it's going to be double with more missiles. So that's going to be nice to have. So we can get the angel wings if I want them. Not the biggest fan of the angel wings with how much you have to press the space button. And I don't know if it's my keyboard or if it's the game itself, but like when I jump or when I do space, it gets a little wonky, but it might just be worth doing it. I don't know. I might just get a collector. That could be worth it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get a collector, and I could afford another one. Do I want another one though? Yeah, I should do that. Okay, 4,000 starting day 9. We are going to absolutely crush this game though. In this session, we're going to make it to day 25 so easily. Not that it's hard to make to day 25, I think. But we're going to pretend it's a real struggle, and we are going to pretend it's a massive accomplishment for our own sake, because then we'll be able to go to bed with a smile on our face. So I am sticking with that. I think I'm going to go down here and dig this way a little bit. Maybe get some falling from this direction. Yep. Pretty nicely. Pretty handedly. I didn't realize I had an emerald right above me, just giving me trouble. Let's see if we can get this coal. Get these to drop some big old nasty chunks. And then I'm tempted to get that chest to the right and then the one below it, because we have just been slacking with that. Some hardy chunks there. Oh yeah, they can hardly collect all of them, so that's really nice. And then shooting through this is gonna collect more stuff. So we're going to do the missile damage and then make our way to the next chest here. while shooting straight down so we get more of the ore exposed. So that exposed some, it dropped some stuff. Let's get the employee collector capacity. I'm not interested in the poison too much. Since there's not as many upgrades for it, I just don't think it's going to be as good. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's going to be as good. Or it won't be as satisfying for me. So, I'm going to do the missile damage. And nothing can stop you, or nothing can stop me. You guys can't. It is collecting really nicely down there, though, on the bottom. Still need 30 emeralds for Tabitha for the vacuum cleaner. I could have just got the vacuum and did the wings, but that would just mean I had a brain to think about that at the time. But these brain cells are running on overdrive constantly, so I ain't about it. And I'll forget about it the next time too. And that's what it's all about, boys and girls. Man, yeah, that's so nice. Get down there. Oh yeah. Just keep shooting up and it's just going to be so much ore. Even though I'm messing up my... I'll give Tabitha the emeralds there. 16 emeralds. Even though it's messing up my pathway up, I don't care that much. I got my quota. And I can jump up here. Good enough for me. Good enough for government work. Ain't that the truth? This amethyst is going to be nice to get, and then all of this ore as well. Might try and get these emeralds here so that Tabitha will be nice to me. 1 emerald, 12 emeralds. And then just shoot this down, perhaps. Maybe it'll go down, maybe it won't. Okay. Can I make it back, though? Run! Go, baby, go, 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 yeah. And we did a slightly more trip, too. Okay, 11,000 just in coal. 32,000 overall. That was pretty good. 59,000 for the next staff. We did pretty decent job, but at the same time, we need more collectors. We didn't have a problem traversing any areas. We can say screw it to the ladder more than likely, but we are going to get more of these collectors and one more. So we have 2,000 for next round, starting day 10. So now we're legit. We're a legit operation with our vacuum. We can finally pretend like we know what we're doing in this game. We don't have to go all the way down. Now the question is, if it falls down there, does it get collected by the vacuum? Without me pressing E on it and stuff? That would be super nice if it does. Although it does it if it drops right in front of me and I don't collect it, so I'm thinking it does. So you just answered your own question. Congratulations. Ooh, these chests would be really nice to get, especially the blue one. But I don't think I can make it through that. It's teasing me like I am making it through it, but there's no way. Hit up these chests. 1 ruby. 1 rupee. Oh yeah. Having these extra collectors is going to be really nice too. We already at 3,100 coal and we're just past a quarter through the day. I bet we get 12k if we are on top of it. Yeah, they're working hard. It's always strange to me when the stock market's doing terrible, the crypto market just comes out of nowhere, and then when the crypto market takes a dump, the stock market does really well. It just kind of shocks me. I mean, I don't know. It makes sense in a way because crypto, if you invest in that, it's because you don't have any faith in our economy and therefore not our stocks. So you want to invest in that. It's fine. And then eventually the sentiment in crypto is poor, and then you want to invest in our economy, aka the stocks. All that makes sense. I'm not blaming anyone for doing it. But once you get down to it, in reality, like, isn't all of it just fake? Because stocks are a weird gamble in a way. You're just betting on a company from far away for ownership. And then crypto is just it's, you can claim it has utility. Based on my experience, you can do everything for free. It's just like, I mean, it's just like the American dollar at this point. It's not silver backed anymore. It's just made up. It's, everyone agrees that's a dollar. It doesn't mean anything. So I don't know. Still invest in it, obviously, in crypto and in stocks, but just do it cautiously and not cautiously at the same time. I've made some pretty bad investments earlier on in my life, and I mean, it hasn't been detrimental, but I've always just joked around and saying, like, telling my mom, like, if I ever decide to invest in something, just do the opposite. If I ever decide to do a call, do a put, just in case, and double down, because you're gonna end up being a millionaire. It's like, no matter what I do with investing, it's just never good. It never works out. But we can pretend it does sometimes. Collector capacity, we'll go for that. I don't have to go down all the way. Super nice. We'll just go for these last little bits here. Back and forth. And just shoot straight up. That was a good day. 14,000 coal. 41,000 total. We still can't afford the next staff. You have got to be kidding me, man. Were we not doing enough damage? Wait, no, we can't even afford it now. Dude, what are we doing? Maybe I need to invest more time in... So I'm going to get one more senior collector, and then I'm going to start day 11, and then we're going to save up for the next dang staff. Because I'm tired of staying in the gray layer. So we are taking it more serious, guys. We'll do the collector speed. Yeah, just like that, my spacebar got sticky right there. That's good. So I'm sure some of you guys have played this game already. What kind of challenges have you guys played to make this even harder? I'm curious about it, because I mean, once you go through and beat all the maps with all the different classes, what else is there? So I'm just curious, what other challenges have you guys come up with? Have to be some crazy ones. Okay, that is just not doing it for me. It's not as satisfying. So I just gotta go for the gray layer. It's so nice to see all of it on the ground and all of it fall. Yeah, I was nervous about the sky map, but man, I got stars in the background. I have the ores falling from the sky, and that's just so satisfying. Honestly, way better than just the normal map. So, whoever created this, if you're ever watching this for any reason, thank you for creating the sky blocks, because it's so nice. So I just gotta keep destroying these to keep these guys busy, otherwise I'm just wasting my time and money. Go for some of these more valuable blocks. Get the amethyst. Yep. Destroying the sky single-handedly. I feel like Little Chicken here. The sky is falling. Or I'm Little Chicken's worst nightmare because I'm making the sky fall. See, growing up, my sister and I always thought that the Little Chicken character was just always so creepy. So we never wanted to watch the movie. Turned out it wasn't that bad of a movie, and he wasn't that creepy. It was just weird. It was just a strange art style, and he was a weird, small chicken character. I don't know. It was years before I watched it. I think I was, man, like 23 or something the first time I watched it. Which, for reference, is like 6 years ago or something like that. So we're going to start shooting up the sky a little bit more. Get more of it to fall down from above. Now, would you guys rather prefer sunrise or sunset? I have a hard time deciding which one I prefer more. So, part of me thinks that I like sunrises more because, you know, sunrises can be absolutely gorgeous, but they last like 0.5 seconds. Whereas a good sunset can last a long time. But then once the sun sets, then it just turns into dreary land as compared to a sunrise. The sunrise is gorgeous, and then you start your day. Like, I think I like sunrises more because that's what happens is you get that gorgeous, just picturesque start to your day, and then you start your day. Like, there's nothing better than that. We couldn't get to it, but we have to be able to afford the next staff, right? 52K. We almost did it alone on that one, but finally we can get the new staff. It's not that much better than our previous one, but 35K. We can afford angel wings if we want them, but still not convinced. I think I want to get more senior collectors. Can afford one more, and we're good to go. So we have 10 of these senior collectors. It would be nice to get one fast collector. But we have the amethyst saph now, and we're on day 12. So let's grab the vacuum, shoot up a little bit, and then just keep going. And we'll get the missile damage for now. I don't really need to go in this path, but I guess for my own sake, why not? We are tearing up the blue layer a little bit. Not the best though, it's not that fast. But I think it might be worth it with how much we drop. I'd like to see how much we get, or how much we can stay ahead of our collectors. Guys, I think I'm going to be working with a recruiter for the job hunt. There's just something about the AI bots and stuff that these companies have come out with recruiting. And it just makes it so hard to get a job nowadays. So I'm just going to go with the recruiter. I always thought that you're less likely to get a job if you go through a recruiter. But I mean, I have a pretty decent resume and I can prove myself in an interview. But like, so many people cheat nowadays and they just give us who actually do a good job, they just give us such a bad name. I don't know what else to do. I mean, it's going to cost the company that hires me a little bit more, but you know, that's the price to pay. I mean, we're innovating all over the place, and if they want a quality candidate, they have to pay for it, unfortunately. I mean, here and there, if I find a job that I really want, I would like to reach out to them directly, which I've done it for a couple of companies, but you don't hear back from people for like 3 to 6 weeks, and it's like you reach back out and say, okay, you try to be polite and you say like, what's the status of my resume or application, and then you just don't hear from them until you hear a rejection letter. And then you get that like 2 weeks after you reach out back to them. So it's rough out there, guys. I hope you guys have stable situations, or if you're living with your parents, stay. But if you can handle yourself, I hope you're doing well in this climate. Trying to get this more valuable stuff, these rupees perhaps. That's what I'm talking about. That's money. Link would be so proud. But these aren't pots, so I guess he wouldn't be the most happy. I guess this has been quite a good lair to be in. I mean, we have been kind of tearing it up a bit. Our collectors pretty much grab one chunk and then they go back down, so it looks like we're somewhat staying on top of it, unless we get into the way more valuable stuff. But then they're not sticking around us too much. Gonna probably go back down. I don't have the whistles or anything. I don't have a brain either, because I'm probably not gonna make it down. Come on, baby. Oh. We made it, guys. Just the last second. Yes. 104,000. That is what I'm talking about, guys. Still nowhere near the gold staff, but that was a good run that got us feeling pretty good about ourselves. I'm thinking we just save up for next round. Although I'm wanting to get the collector whistle. Do I want a medium elementalist? Medium barbarian, broad barbarian. 20% damage to surrounding tiles. 60%. Why wouldn't I get the strong barbarian? This doesn't seem so bad. What does my staff do? My staff does 290 damage. So probably like 3,000 damage to the block. Let's get... That's 173. Let's get one of these fast collectors. Guys, this is tough. Let's get one of the fast collectors. And then I'm going to grab one of those guys. So now I'm going to get the minor whistle. And then let's see how he does up there. I'm convinced he'll do fine. Okay, we just botched that like crazy, man. What are you doing? We'll do missile damage. Because we only care about ourselves. And more missile damage. Yeah, I just really want to have the satisfaction of doing it myself. I'm gonna get well into the blue layer and then get this miner guy up here. Doesn't look like he's doing much, but he's doing something at least. He's doing about as much damage as I am, so I can't complain too much. And he's doing damage to the blocks around him too. Not to say that I'm not, because look at those projectiles. Like flying with the projectiles there. Poor Dennis doesn't have all his iron. Poor guy. He'll keep waiting. There it is right there on the ground if you want it. Or in the sky, I should say. Or I guess that's silver. Rip. Sorry, Dennis. You guys ever watch Dennis the Menace? Not any of the crappy newer versions, but the... I guess not the old version. But the one where he goes missing and then the guy from Back to the Future is the bad guy. Golly, he does such a good job in that role. Both the kid and the guy, the scientist from Back to the Future. So good. Such a good movie. It's so funny. Me and my wife quote it to each other all the time with the Margaret with the hot lips. Call my wife hot lips sometimes. Keep saying spicy. Feeling pretty good. These miners or these collectors are keeping busy. I'm wanting to bring that guy up here. Should really be working on the gold here. But we're at 11,000. We're over halfway to the day. We've collected, I feel like we've collected a lot more coal, but I guess we haven't. Maybe we've just collected more of the valuable stuff than the coal. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. But we're at 14,000. I think we'll be able to get to 20,000, which is nothing to rave too much about. But let's just keep on going down. I want to get that gold, But I also want to reach our coal quota, so what am I doing? This is stressful. I'm not satisfied anymore. This is stress. Shouldn't be stressed in this game. Okay, we got it. Not stressed anymore. Feeling good. Feeling powerful. Feeling like I have everything under control. I mean, look at my dog. What else do I need? 22,000. Okay. So our big miner just decided not to turn in his stuff until the last minute, until we threatened him with his life. So with 15 seconds to go, I think I'm going to send the guys down. Get going. Get going. And then I'm going to try to run down maybe. Oh. Get in the hole. Yeah. That was Cope thinking I was going to get down. So we're at 75, 120,000. Which is not anywhere near enough. But we can afford one of these that has 10,000. But I don't want the Bard Barbarian. I want the Strong Barbarian. Would it be dumb if I said sayonara to the Amethyst Staff, bought the Strong Barbarian with 30,000 damage? That is 3,000. They do 30,000. I just hang around them with the Collector Whistle, or the Mining Whistle. You know what, guys? Let's just do that. It might be stupid, but it's all about taking risks. And, you know, if I wasn't here to be stupid for you, then who would? No one. So let's start day 14 with nothing to our name. Do I have a pickaxe? I'm just holding a pickaxe? Did they not account for this? Okay, let's do this. Okay. That's... Jump, jump, jump. This isn't looking good, guys. We've had better, brighter moments in our lives. And this was just not one of them. We are going to retry that day. We are going to see if we can make a better decision. So, we are going to get just more of these miners. We're going to get 5 of them. And then okay, that's good enough for me. So we're going to redo that. We're going to pretend like last time didn't even happen. And we're going to go a different direction because they are screwing up my plan like last time. They thought they could screw it up again, but they can't. Not this time. Okay, I really want to get into the blue layer quite a bit. I was regretting not getting the wings earlier because the miners were absolutely just harassing the snot out of me. So I think we're well enough into the blue layer. Let's get that. So those guys can stop being pansies and start mining things that actually matter. Feels good. This is the start of my empire. There's a lot of coal up here. That's gonna be really good for the stockpile. I think I'm gonna turn down the volume for the sound effects a bit, so you don't get blasted by the sound of the stupid wand. It's a good amount of coal over there. I'm not even gonna pretend like I can mine the red blocks right now. Not when I don't have the gold staff. Okay, let's mine these. I don't even think I'd be able to do it with the miners. I'm gonna get these guys over here. Yeah, that's much faster. So, what are collectors doing? Do we have collectors? Only at 16,000 coal. What is this? I thought our great and mighty collector could handle this, but apparently not. Look at him, his little yellow hat. It's like the kid that gets to wear that cone-shaped hat for being bad. They can at least pretend to hustle up. May I go for... I'm convinced that we'll get our coal quota, so I'm going to hit this, and hopefully we can get some upgrades for our boys, but I'm not convinced, man. Let's see if these guys can hit it up, but instead they're bullying me again. They need to stop. Okay, those guys are jerks, man. I guess we'll go for the velocity, jump velocity. That way we can jump higher. 26,000 coal. We have no shortage of it, and our collectors can't handle. Like those chunks of stuff. I wish it would go down and into the stockpile. Okay. You guys need to go turn your stuff in, please. Oh my goodness. We barely made that, guys. Okay, we need to invest heavily into collectors. Heavily. We could just get one of these guys, and he's 3 times better than the previous guy and carries way more stuff. Or he's 3 times better as in carrying more stuff and flies 2 times faster. So we get one of those guys, or we can get 2 more of these guys. I'm thinking we get the lightning collector, and then we get 1 more of these guys, or we get 1 more barbarian. Dude, we need more collectors. We're not thinking, guys. So we're back at it. Going this direction. Hopefully our collectors can do their job this time, because that was a joke of a job. Oh wait, there's these chests. I need collector speed. Okay, we will see if we can get in there, do the collector speed again. We're hoping to see if we can keep them busier this time. And hoping we can get our miners up here. Then we can get the more valuable stuff going, because they're probably still in the other layer. So I'm going to go over to the left a little bit and then get them over here. Yep. So now they're going to start cooking. I'm just going to be off doing my own thing, more than likely. Hopefully I can get up there. Yep, that's where I wanted to be. I want to try and get one of these fudge blocks. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I can always try. And if I don't make it, then hopefully my miners do something, and then my collectors actually collect the items on the floor, because last time they were absolute trash. Okay, we're done complaining. Joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy. Oh, we broke it. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. And we can get collector speed, or we can get missile damage. But we're going for collector speed, because we need them more than they need us. What? That's pretty toxic, I guess. But we'll just help these guys out. We need to... We're at 18,600. 18,700. 19,000. We're almost halfway, and we're almost halfway. We are halfway through the day. We're at 21,000. I doubt our big collector has turned his stuff in. 28,000, so that was probably him. It's hard to say if we'll make it or not, but I'm thinking we will. It's a good chunk of coal here. It's just what we need. Staff reminds me of the electric pickaxe in a way, to where it hits everything, but it doesn't do a ton of damage all over, which it's nice that it does that, so it's nice and balanced. Oh, there he goes. Way to go, dude. Appreciate you actually doing it. And then there's this dork that comes on flying in real slow, just like, hey, only here to do a half job, because he's half baked. So I'm going to get this gold now. And silver. Be nice to get both of those. And we're at 46,000 coal, so we have more than enough for our quota. That feels good, finally. Last quota was an absolute struggle. Scared to death, almost. Thought I wasn't going to make it. Let's get this amethyst over here. Forgot. He was going to absolutely just bully me to death over here. Okay. Maybe get the gold. All about it. And then get the guys down south. Get them to turn in their stuff. Hopefully they do it in time. 56,000. Yeah. Slow as get out. 205,000. Can't complain about that though. And we won. Easy sauce. Winner. That's my middle name. But we're going to keep going. So I took a little break and realized I was complaining a little bit too much. I just had to walk it off a little bit. And do you guys ever go for late night walks? When I was in college, I absolutely loved the late night walks. It really helped clear my mind. But now that we're back here, we have 207k. We can finally afford the gold staff. So that's 900 damage with 12 missiles versus 290 with 11. So that's just over 3 times better. So we'll quickly grab that and sell, put it in its spot. I don't know what else to get. I think I can get the angel wings. That might help a little bit, but I hate pressing the space bar with it, but we'll get that. And then we will get one of these guys. I don't know how many of those. Yeah, that should do it. So let's go for day 16. We'll grab the pickaxe or the vacuum. Forget I have the wings. But yeah, in college, I used to love going for the late night walks. They were so peaceful. I just loved the campus late at night, and it was just, there were hardly any people around, and just made it so peaceful, especially in the winter time. And at night, goodness, I remember specifically I'm going from one of my CS labs, and it was snowing out, and I just remember it was like 1 or 2 a.m. and there are light posts all over, and I just remember walking outside and it was just dead quiet, even though there are a ton of cars going through campus. Just absolutely quiet and so peaceful. And I can really say I took my time going home that day and slept like a baby because it was just so peaceful. Now, do you guys like doing that? And that kind of transferred over to when I was living in my apartments too. I mentioned last episode that I have trouble sleeping. I have some form of sleep insomnia, so it's kind of why I started doing these videos. Was I wanted to play games, but I just wanted to enjoy it with other like-minded people and maybe give you some entertainment. But those walks just really help clear your head. Exercise in general helps clear my head. Kind of acts as a therapy session, in my opinion. It's just really nice to kind of push yourself to a physical degree, because in our society nowadays, we get pushed mentally constantly, and that'll only keep happening more and more the more we innovate with technology and everything, where our jobs will get a little bit more strained and a little bit more technical and thought provoking. But exercise is just so good for you in many different ways. It's not just the physical toll and the physical benefits, it's also the mental that I've found. What kind of music do you guys listen to when you work out, if you do work out? I'm more of a guy, I can work out to just about anything. Sometimes I work out to the Doom soundtrack. That might be a few of you guys' response, but it's just so good, and it really gets you just pumped up. Can we control this whatsoever? That's what I'm talking about with the wings. I have such a hard time with it. And it's probably not just the wings, it's more than likely me. But I'm just gonna blame it on the wings. So I look forward to getting the hoverboard as soon as possible. So we're at 50,000 with our coal. We are getting pretty close to the end here. We should probably help. Because this is no good. Oh, we didn't. We didn't bring up our miners. That's part of the problem. They've been digging in the stupid brown layer the whole time. Okay. I'm going to try and not be so negative. This is a time for us to enjoy, relax, have fun, and just enjoy the satisfaction, like I said at the beginning. So we're here just making the sky fall. Just like James Bond. Are we even gonna get this? Sprint, sprint, sprint. We're at 71,000. Go, 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 go. We didn't get that. Are you kidding me? Yikes. Well, that was a complete failure, guys. I'm sorry about that. So, I guess I'm gonna have to do it again next video. You guys are gonna have to bear with me with that. But what if I go to main menu and continue? Nothing. Okay. Yep. You guys are gonna have to bear with me. So, if you guys like the trash that you just saw, please leave a like and comment and subscribe. We'll be back at it next episode. I'm sorry I failed you guys. I guess the sky just collapsed on the world. So, rip. See you guys next time.